Thank you for joining us for Kidscamp Leader Training. We hope you know that by saying yes to serve at Kidscamp this summer, you are making a difference in the life of a child, many children in fact. Whether you are serving snacks, leading games, assisting with crafts, or co-leading a small group of kids, it all matters and all ties together to help kids grow in their faith. As a Kidscamp leader, you get to have a front row seat to see children's lives being changed forever as they learn to follow Jesus. Here are a few things you need to know to help make this a great time, not only for the kids, but for you too. What to wear. Kids camp can be fast-paced and high energy at times with lots of standing, walking, dancing, and occasionally sitting on the floor. Be sure to wear comfortable shoes and comfortable clothing. No short shorts, skirts, crop tops, or low-cut clothing. All Kids Camp participants will receive a Kids Camp themed t-shirt, so please wear the shirt during the event to help identify you as a Kids Camp leader. Most importantly, check in at a kiosk when you arrive and wear your Kids Camp name tag at all times. Child security tags. Speaking of name tags, let's talk about child security tags and parent pickup tags. It is the heart of Kids Coast to make every effort to ensure the safety and well-being of the children in our care during Kids Camp. Everyone will start and end their Kids Camp experience in the same place, but so much happens in the time that they are with us. Here are some moments during the event that safety and security should be a top priority. Check-in drop-off procedure. Event check-in kiosks will be in the foyer of the church. Parents will need to park and escort kids into the building and print tags before dropping off their child at their group. For every child checked in, there are 3 tags that will print. The first tag is the child's tag. It will identify the child's grade, any allergies, and a security code. The child's name tag should go on the front of the child's shirt. This allows us to call them by name while speaking to them during the event. The second tag should be given to the child's small group leader because it will be used as a team roster and needed if there is an evacuation in the building. Lastly, a parent pickup tag, which will be presented when picking up the child at the end of the event. As families approach their child's group, members of our volunteer team will welcome them with a smile and a friendly greeting and check to ensure that each child entering the area is wearing their name tags. Volunteers can assist families to find their group by noticing the grade listed on the tag and guiding them to the correct group. As leaders take the corresponding tag, they will also receive any other necessary information from parents, especially if someone else will be picking up or if the parent will be serving at the event. Then it's time for parents to say a quick goodbye as leaders help the children engage in fun activities with the co-leader and other children. We do not permit parents to stay in the environment, and Kids Camp leaders should encourage them to leave in a timely manner. Guidelines for appropriate affection. During Kids Camp, we make connections with children, and we want to show them that we care about them. There are many ways to demonstrate affection when maintaining positive and safe boundaries with children in our care. When creating safe boundaries for children, it is important to establish what type of affection are appropriate and inappropriate. Stating which behaviors are appropriate and inappropriate allows us to comfortably show positive affection in ministry, while being able to identify individuals who are not maintaining safe boundaries. If you see something that appears to be inappropriate, please say something. Let's hold each other accountable. Appropriate forms of affection. Handshakes, high fives and fist bumps, verbal praise, holding hands while walking with small children, sitting beside small children. Inappropriate forms of affection. Lengthy embraces, kissing children, piggyback rides, any form of unwanted affection, time alone with children other than your own. Activity tracks overview. Some volunteers will be stationed in a particular activity track for the duration of Kids Camp, while others partner together to co-lead a small group of kids through a rotation. They are called small group leaders. The small group leader becomes the primary model or teachers for a group of up to 10 kids. They stay with the same group throughout Kids Camp, encourage spiritual growth, relationships, discussion, and other small group activities. Small group leaders should refer to the rotation schedule for the rotation order, time frame, and location of each activity track. Depending on your group's starting point, your rotation order may vary from another group. Here are a few areas that kids may participate throughout Kids Camp. Worship. Worship is where everyone will praise and worship God through songs. Your job is to follow the motions to the song and sing out loud. Allow kids to have fun and express themselves, but stay in your designated space, and be willing to pray with a child. Bible story. This is when kids will hear a true story from the Bible and a key truth that will be used throughout the day. Your job is to remember the bottom line that will be repeated throughout the other activity tracks. Ask questions to aid in retention and comprehension of the Bible story, and do your best to answer questions kids have about the Bible story as best you can. Small group. The small group activity area is where kids can get to know each other and dive deeper into God's Word. Your job is to use this time to get to know your group better, discuss the Bible story to help the kids better understand the bottom line and memory verse, and allow kids to ask about salvation and baptism and record those who make a decision for next steps. Crafts. The crafts activity area is where kids can create fun crafts to take home. Your job is to make sure that everyone in your small group finishes the craft in the allotted amount of time. Help clean up your area before leaving, and ensure that everyone has his or her craft before leaving the area. Games. The games activity area is where kids play team-building games. Your job is to listen carefully to instructions so that you can help small group members follow them. Perform any tasks the games leader assigns you, and join in for each activity and cheer on your small group members as they participate. Snacks. The snacks activity area is where small groups come for a tasty snack and a small group discussion. Your job is to help your small group focus on the snack leader as they describe the snack. Lead the small group into discussion as they eat their snack, and you can have a snack too. And also guide your small group in cleaning up their space before leaving the snack activity area. Transitions. Take advantage of downtime between stations to review the lesson, create a team cheer, and connect the kids with fun questions. Have your small group use the buddy system when traveling from one place to another. Children should always be counted before moving to another area. Bathroom procedure. Let's talk about bathroom breaks for kids. Small group leaders should take advantage of downtime after an activity or during transition times to allow your group of children an opportunity to use the restroom. When a child is using a restroom that accommodates multiple people, please leave the exterior door slightly open. Always check the bathroom for any children who may still be in there before leaving. There are to be no adults or student leaders in the restroom stall with children at any time. This is not only for the protection of the child, but for your protection against any accusation of impropriety. Volunteers should only use the designated bathrooms marked for adults only. Your KidsCo staff member will point out the location of these designated bathrooms prior to the event. Anytime a child is escorted away from their group to go to an outside bathroom of the activity area or to go to a first aid station, they should always be accompanied by 2 adults. Potential challenges. Most of the time, things will go smoothly for your small group, but occasionally, you may face a dilemma. Here's some advice on how to handle different challenges when things get squirrely. My small group won't stay together. Encourage your small group to come up with creative ways to travel. Marching, hands on knees, hands on hips, and walk in pairs. Or work with your small group leader to come up with cheers to say as you travel. 2 kids in my small group don't get along. Quietly take the children aside. Tell them that you've noticed that they're not getting along. Let them know that although they don't have to be best friends, they do have to be together during Kids Camp. So things will be a lot more fun if they could at least be kind to one another. A kid in my group doesn't want to participate in an activity. Help children feel welcomed by calling them by their name and asking them questions directly. Respond to their questions with a smile and a statement such as, "That's really interesting." Also, try giving children special jobs. For example, assign them the task of finding a place for your small group to sit at each station. If someone doesn't want to participate in an activity, that's okay. Kids Camp can be tiring. Let children rest until they're ready to participate. I have an overly active child in my group. Pair this child with yourself during partner activities and suggest that he or she sits with you during quiet times. Try to make sitting still a game by saying, "Let's see how long you can sit," without interrupting. "I'm timing you. Ready? Go." If you still have issues, get another leader involved. Sometimes kids respond better to other people. In case of a medical emergency, stay calm. Seek help from the Kids Camp medical team and notify your small group coach or Kids Camp staff person immediately. Stay with the rest of your small group. The small group coach or Kids Camp staff person will stay with the child while the child receives medical attention. No matter how big or small, we want to make sure we address every incident seriously and treat as needed. An incident report will be completed and parents will be notified. Also, please note emergency exits and know how to get out of each area in case of an evacuation. There are maps located in all areas in the building to guide you to your nearest exit. I need help. Kids Camp has a lot of transitions and loud moments and can be very difficult for some kids to adjust to a new environment, or maybe they don't want to obey your instructions during an activity track. While in our care, we never send a child to the corner, place them in a timeout, or use physical discipline. Instead, acknowledge when the kids do right. Use candy as reinforcement for positive behavior. Encourage kids to say please and thank you. Bottom line is, encourage the positive behavior rather than trying to address the negative. We want to redirect them, not scold them. And get a staff member involved if a child is continuing negative behavior and you just need some help. Leading a child to Christ. God changes lives through the relationship of you and these kids. During Kids Camp, there will be a moment when we will present the salvation message. Kids may ask you for more information and want to pray to ask Jesus into their hearts. Take time to prepare yourself for this special moment. If you're looking for a place to start, we suggest you read the ABCs of Salvation found in your leader guide. Dismissal Checkout Procedure. At the end of the event, it is time for kids to go home. This is another crucial time to stay alert and follow policy regarding the dismissal procedure. Doors will be held until it is time for dismissal. Parents may not pick up a child until all groups have returned to their final activity track. Children will be picked up by a designated parent or designated adult. Each person picking up a child should provide the parent pickup tag or picture of the tag to the small group leader. The group leader will visually check to be sure that the security code matches both the child's name tag and the parent pickup tag. Once you have a match, please remove the child's tag or ask them to remove it, and keep it with the corresponding parent pickup tag in the folder. Please make a note if you compared to a photo if you don't have the actual tag. If you are a small group leader, please stay with your small group until every child has been picked up. If a parent has lost a pickup tag, please send them to the check-in area to see a Seacoast staff member to assist them in verifying their information. The staff person will check the parent's driver's license to ensure the information in the license matches the information on the child's Kids Camp registration. Please do not release a child without the corresponding pickup tag. After kids leave. All small group leaders should take time to clean up their group area before leaving. Write a postcard to every kid in your group. We all want guests who come to Kids Camp to come back, whether families attend regularly or this is their first time at Seacoast Church. It's key to follow up with them and ensure they know that we want them to come back. And what better way to extend the invitation than from the Kids Camp small group leader? Postcards should be turned in quickly so that they can be addressed and mailed out by our staff at the end of the week. You are free to leave once all of your kids have been picked up. Final thoughts. Thank you for participating in the Kids Camp Leader Training. We know that we can't tell you every little detail that you need to know because there's so much that happens that you just need to experience it for yourself. But we hope that we have given you enough information to get you started. For campus-specific Kids Camp details, please see your ministry leader. Before you go, there are some things that you can do right now. Pray for the children coming to Kids Camp. Get to know the leaders you'll be serving with. And be prepared. Read the leader materials you receive and come ready to see God at work. We believe this is going to be the best week of your summer.